Hello, everyone. Welcome. I see that Eric and Andrea are already here. Welcome to the lesson. Let's see if anyone else shows up. How are you guys? Do you have a nice day today? Hi, Leo. Welcome. So I'm just organizing my things around the desk. Okay. So, guys, I don't know where everyone else is, but let's get started. Today we're going to talk about, oh, hi, Giuliano. We're going to talk about my childhood, not my childhood, but childhood in general. Childhood is the time. When is childhood? From what age to what age are you a child? And when do you start? Hi, Barbara. Oh, hi. Sorry, hi, Ranieri, and hi, Elisa. So when do you stop being a child and when do you start being a teenager? What is the age where you pass from childhood to teenagehood? Do you know? Oh, Leo's having a snack. Lucky you. What are you eating? Something delicious. You're making me hungry. So Elisa says at 13 we become a teenager. Correct, because when the numbers change, we go 11, 12, and then 13 is the first year when we become a teenager until 19. They consider that from 13 to 19, you are a teenager. And this is the teenagehood. Like childhood, teenagehood. That's the moment of being a teenager. Hi, Gaia. So then after teenagehood, we have adulthood. So childhood, teenagehood, adulthood. The moment in which you are a child, a teenager, and then an adult. But now, because children are very precocious. I don't know if you know this word, precocious. They're kind of in advance. They're more mature. We have a new group that's called the tweens. Tweens are between children and teenagers. So basically, they're from 10, 11, 12, 13, that period between childhood, when you go to elementary school, and when you go to middle school. You're not completely a teenager yet, but you're not really a child anymore. So you can say he's a tween. Okay. So today we're going to focus on childhood. So I would say from 0 to 10, maybe. Yeah. Is anyone still a child, or do we have tweens, or do we have teenagers? We can also say teens. Or are all the students adults? So you can also say that you are an adult from the age of 18, but some people could say that you're still a teenager at 18. Gaia, you feel bad today? Oh no, what's wrong? Do you feel sick? Do you have a belly ache when you don't feel good inside your stomach? Or do you feel bad emotionally, like maybe sad or tired? What's wrong? So you haven't told me if you are a child, a tween, or a teen, or an adult. Elisa will become a teenager on the 11th of May. Congratulations, Elisa. You're very close. And your birthday, I hope you will have a great birthday. What about you, Leo? I know that Ranieri is an adult. And Andrea is an adult. Eric, I don't remember. You're 11, Eric. Giuliano, how old are you? Hi, Gianluca, welcome. So Gianluca is another adult in the group. So we have some adults, but do we have any children? No children? Everyone is already 10 or more? So Eric is, hi, Cristina. Hi, Daniele. Gaia, you say you don't feel well, but you don't have the coronavirus. I hope not, sweetie. I hope that you just have a cold. But now many people are worried because even if they have a cold and they sneeze, achoo, they think, oh my God, this is the end. So Gaia is 10. So Gaia is just, I don't know if we can already consider her a tween or if she's still a kid, a child. Eric is already in the tween category. Christina, I don't remember how old you are. I know Daniele is an adult. And Giuliano, I don't remember. And then who did I forget? I have everyone. I have Eric. Okay, so Christina is 11. We have a lot of students that are 11 in this lesson. It's a good age. There's a big transformation because at 11, you are already in middle school. Oh, you have a headache, Gaia, maybe because you spend a lot of time in front of the computer. Sometimes it gives me a headache when I'm in front of the computer all day. Hi, Lucia, welcome. So Lucia is, if I remember correctly, Lucia is already an adult because you are 20, Lucia, or 21? I don't remember your age. So anyway, in this lesson, we're going to talk about childhood. I think everyone maybe can remember when they were little. We're going to... it's a competition between Daniele and Andrea, maybe, to see who is the oldest student in the group. You're on the young side, Gianluca. I'm older than you. So we're going to talk about when we did something, you know, when I was 5, when I was 6, etc. We're going to ask some questions about what we did when we were little. 21, Lucia. Okay, I was close. And we're going to use the simple past, mostly with the verb be, okay? The verb be is irregular. It's irregular in the present, and it's also irregular in the past. So I'm sorry, but this is life with English. So let's talk about your life as a child. First, 2 questions. Where and when? So what is the past simple of the verb be? Gaia, you say that when since your sister hugged you, you have a headache. Did she hug you very, very tight? Very good. As Ranieri and Elisa say, the past of the verb be is were or was. With you, it's were. But here we have the first question is where. What is the difference between where, for example, where do you live, dove, and the verb be, which is pronounced were? To help you to understand the difference in pronunciation, I recommend that when you say the question word, where do you live, where are you, you can say where with your head up. where, and then the verb be in the past, we could say were. It's deep. Yeah. Where were you born? Where were you born? So this is to help you to pronounce. Of course, in England, if you look at people, they don't say where were like this. No. But maybe it can help you to understand the difference. Okay. So where were you born and when were you born? Let's see. Daniele has already answered. Daniele was born, Daniele, you have to say, I was born in Prato. I was born on the 5th, oh no, you've done this the American style, on the 5th of February, 1966, correct? And Andrea comments and says, oh, you're so young, Daniele. Leo was born in 2008. So with I was. With he or she, was. He was born, she was born. So I was born in France. And I was born in 1982. Ranieri says that he was born in Prato, and he was born in 1957. Okay? So actually, Daniele is very young in this group. So can the other students tell me where and when they were born? You can tell me the country or the city and the year. Okay, the year. You don't have to say the month, the day. You can just tell me the... You're the oldest, Ranieri. Are you sure? Maybe you have to ask Andrea. So, guys, give me some info. I want to know where everyone was born and when everyone was born. Okay, Elisa says, I was born in Prato. I was born on the 11th of May, 2007. Very good. So Andrea will never tell us. It's a secret. Then we have Lucia. I was born in Calenzano. I was born in 1998. Well done. Anyone else? Ah, Andrea has revealed. I was born in Prato in 1952. So Andrea and Ranieri are very close in age. Because Ranieri, I forgot, when was he born? Ah, Ranieri in 1957 and Andrea in 1952. Gianluca says, I was born in Florence, but I live in Prato. I was born on, be careful, on the 16th. So in for the year, you can say, for example, in 1982. You can say in for the month, in December, in January, in February, but on the 16th of May. Ah, so also you, Gianluca, you have your birthday in May, like Elisa. Be careful, Gaia and Leo. I was born. I was born in Prato. I was born in 2009. And also Leo was born in 2009. I think I'm missing, no, Giuliano, you told me. I was born in 2006. So how old are you, Giuliano? My math skills are terrible. I have to calculate. Oh my god. You are 14. Am I correct? Oh, I forgot to read this comment. When Daniele was born, I was a teenager. When Ranieri was born, I was a child. I was to guess your age. I understand. So Leo says that his birthday is on March 18th. So Leo had his birthday recently. And Giuliano, I calculated well. You're 14. Well done, Shanti. It took me a few seconds, but I managed. I'm terrible. Okay. Let's continue with the questions. When you were a child, what your favorite game? What do I put there? Good job, Gaia. I was born in Prato. You're born in Prato or in Italy, not at. Excellent. So when you were a child, what your favorite game? What do I put in this space? What your favorite game? Good, guys. What was your favorite game? Very good. Excellent. So, what was your favorite game when you were little? For example, when you were in elementary school. Did you have a favorite game? Cristina says that she was born in Grosseto and she was born on the 14th of November 2008. I'm not going to read Leo's comment. He always makes comments about Giuliano and his many girlfriends. So Daniele, we have to put the past because now you are not little. You have to think about when you were a child. So what was your favorite game? Did you have a favorite game when you were little? When I was little, I played a game with an elastic. We were usually 3 girls and 1 girl on one side with an elastic and another girl on the other side. And we had to jump and do different things. I don't remember, but we played this a lot when I was little. Or also we jumped with the rope. To jump. Ranieri said his favorite game was football when he was little. What about the other people? What was your favorite game when you were little? One of my games was that I was in a circus, un circhio, no? I was in a circus with my brother and sister or with my friends, and we all did different activities in the circus. Leo, when he was little, his favorite game was to sleep, and it's still today his favorite game. Andrea has a good game. Let me see if I can show everyone. Oh. He said that when I was a child, my favorite game was hide and seek. Yes, very good. Nascondino, hide and seek. When you say 1, 2, 3, and you have to look and see after where the people are. Elisa has a very sophisticated game, origami. Wow. Ranieri also collected figurines. You mean stickers or like cards? Because figurines could be like action figures. You know, the little plastic characters. Lucia's favorite game was Super Mario. You played video games, Lucia, when you were little. Anyone else? Other games that you liked? Cristina, have you told me your favorite game? And Gaia, I don't know if I've seen it. Giuliano, have you told me your favorite game? And also Gianluca, maybe? Ah, okay. Gianluca said, my favorite game when I was a child. Ah, ah. It's a good question, Gianluca. You have to use, this is difficult. Present perfect. My favorite game has always been football. I will write it for you, okay? My favorite. Sorry, I'm just typing. Oh, no, I wrote it wrong. Okay, ignore my bad spelling. My favorite game has always been not football. Football. There was a little problem when I typed. So Ranieri, you collected the players, but the players on cards, where you have different pictures of the players and different teams, or the stickers. The stickers is when you have an album and you have to stick all the players in an album. Okay, now let's see the next question. Okay, do you remember when you were little? So maybe when you were 6, 7. What is Animal Crossing, Leo? It's a game, Animal Crossing. Is it Crossy Road, the one where you have to... Okay. I don't know which game you're talking about. Crossing the road, Animal Crossing. You have to explain to me, Leo. So when you were little, who was your best friend? Do you remember your best friend in elementary school? Who was your best friend? Or maybe this friend is still your best friend today, but who was your best friend? My best friend was also my neighbor, vicina di casa, no? And she was she sat next to me in school. We had one desk for 2 students, and we sat next to each other. Sat is the past of sit. Yeah, she was a German girl, and we played together at school and after school. Andrea, her name was, which in Germany is a girl name, not a boy name. And the last question, 5. Is it correct? What was you do together? What is the correct question? It's not what was. It's not correct. Ah, Leo. Is it a video game? Or is it a real game? So what is the correct question? Number 5. What you do together? No, no one? No idea? Ah, it's a Nintendo game. I understand. I've never played this game, Leo. So Gianluca says that his best friend was called Tommaso, and it's also his brother's name. So it was a bit confusing, I think, in Gianluca's house if Gianluca was talking about his brother Tommaso or about his best friend Tommaso. And Elisa says, my best friend is someone I knew when I was 6 years old. Is it a girl? Is it a boy, Elisa? How did you meet? You understand? How did you meet? Nice to meet you. Did you meet at school? Did you meet because maybe your moms are friends? Or and Danieli says, I had many friends, but I lost contact with them. Yes, to be honest, I am in contact with maybe only 2 elementary school friends. All my other friends from elementary school, I have no idea. Maybe on Facebook, I can see what they're doing, but I have no contact with them. Ah, Gianluca, you made your brother's name is not Tommaso? I'm confused. So what's your brother's name, Gianluca? And you called your brother Tommaso even if it wasn't his name? Okay, Lisa says that her best friend that she met when she was 6 was a girl that she met at school. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you haven't helped me with the last question. Ah, no, Andrea helped me. Well done, Andrea. We have to put the did. What did you do together? So can you tell me what you did with your best friend? If you don't remember your best friend, you can also tell me just activities that you played together. So Gianluca, your brother's name is Tommaso and your best friend's name was Tommaso. Am I correct or am I wrong? So I'm still waiting to know what you did together. With my best friend, we would climb in trees. We would go to dance lessons together. We did contemporary dance. We did, we played in her house or in her garden or at my house and in my garden. We went for walks together to explore. We had a little forest near our house, so we would go to explore the forest. Elisa did origami with her friend. So your friend is also talented. I'm trying to understand what Leo wrote. He said, when I went to school, Michael, Lily's crying. Sorry, my daughter is crying and I'm sending my husband to check. Little real life interruption, sorry. So Leo says, when I come at school, I make fast friends and I make fast to make friend some food. Do you mean, Leo, that you offer food to your friends to become friends? It's a good technique. If you give food to your friends, to your future friends, then you can be good friends. Andrea says that his best friend was a schoolmate, yeah, a classmate, schoolmate, and they used to go swimming in the Bisenzio. It was possible to swim in the river. It was clean, Andrea, not toxic. I would not swim in the Bisenzio today. I would be very scared to swim there. But maybe before it was much cleaner. Okay. So here we have to put the correct forms of the verb be. Be careful of the subject. Is it I? Is it you? Is it he or she? We have to conjugate the verb correctly. So number 1, where you born? What is the correct answer? Where you born? Yeah, so I understand Leo's secret trick is to always find food and good friends. So yes, where were you born? Where were you born? And then, as Elisa says, I was born in California. Next question, number 2. What as a child? What you like as a child? Elisa, you're super fast. Good job, Elisa. You're like Speedy Gonzalez. So what were you like? Because we have you, no? So what were you like as a child? And the answer, I was very shy. So this question, what were you like as a child? Do you understand the question? What were you like? I want you to describe yourself in the past. What were you like? How were you? No? What kind of child were you? Were you active? Were you shy? Were you talkative? Were you cheeky? Cheeky? You understand? Cheeky? Cheeky is a bit birbone. Cheeky. Daniele says he was very shy. Really, Daniele? I was a sociable child. Elisa says I was a bit shy when I was a child. Yeah, I was a bit shy. If I remember correctly, Andrea was a bit cheeky when he was a child. Is it correct, Andrea? Do I remember correctly? You were a bit cheeky when you were little. What about Lucia? I think Lucia was very good when she was little. She was a good girl. No, Lucia? How were you when you were a child, Lucia? And Gianluca? Were you confident as a child? Now you seem like a confident person. I wonder if you were confident. Confident, you understand? Sicuro di te. Yeah? Confident also as a child. Also, you, Leo, were you very confident? Giuliano, are you still here? Gaia, are you okay? So be careful, Leo. You didn't understand the question. Not what did you like? What did you like as a child? This is a correct question. And I understand now that Ranieri said, what did you like? It's not, it's correct. And this, in this situation, it's correct, Leo's answers. I liked biscuits. I liked chocolates. I liked video games. But the question here is to describe yourself, your personality. So I don't think that Leo was a biscuit. Giuliano says, when I was a child, I was a little lazy. Yeah. Now, no, Giuliano, you're not lazy anymore. I don't understand, Gianluca, what that means. I was and you were what? I was right. Andrea, you were a little cheeky. A little bit birbone, Andrea. Then Daniele is answering the last question. What was your dream job when you were a child? And it says, in the activity, it says, I wanted to be a professional football player. And Daniele says he wanted to be an astronaut. A spaceman? No, an astronaut. And Lucia says that she was shy when she was a child. Yeah. I think I was stubborn. You understand? Stubborn, testarda. I was stubborn and I was sociable. And I wanted to be a singer, a dancer, a president, and I wanted to be a waitress. A waitress, una cameriera, a waitress, but a special waitress on roller skates. Can you imagine? A waitress on roller skates. That was my dream job. Yeah, an astronaut, Daniele, no? We say astronaut also in English. What about the other students? What was their dream job when they were little? Or their dream job now, if they're 11? Oh, I also wanted to be a librarian. Ah, this is what, Andrea, this is what Gianluca wrote. I didn't understand Gianluca's coded message. I'm sure Gianluca was very sweet when he was little. Leo, I will not comment on your comments about Giuliano. Giuliano wanted to be a president. Me too. I wanted to be a president or a prime minister. I wanted to have more power. And I thought maybe prime minister has more power than president. You were bad when you were young, Gianluca? You were a bad boy. I don't believe you. Elisa, what did you want to be? Lucia, you haven't told me your dream job. So here we have some adjectives to describe your personality. Maybe we have some new adjectives. What is the opposite of shy? I'm so shy. I don't want to. What is the opposite of shy? I think we've already seen these adjectives in other lessons, maybe. Shy? Well done, Lucia. The opposite of shy is outgoing. So I think I was... It's a polite word, what you and Gianluca are using. Okay, then we have serious. What is the opposite of serious? Sometimes I was serious when I was little, but sometimes I was also, here it's not in the list, but do you know the word silly? silly. I was a bit silly when I was little also sometimes. So yes, the opposite of serious is funny. Very important to have a sense of humor. Yes, I was. Do you understand the difference between funny and silly? What is the difference? Silly is a bit like ridiculous. I was silly. But it's not stupid. It's just a bit ridiculous. What about the opposite of I was silly? And sometimes Leo is a bit silly with his comments about Giuliano. Serious, funny, studious. I guess we could say, be careful because we also have active. You don't understand, Lucia, silly? Silly is when a bit funny and ridiculous, a bit, I don't know how you say in Italian. Guys, how do you say silly in Italian? Like a bit sciocchino, but sciocco is a bit like stupid. You can say, I'm so silly. Studious, the opposite of studious is sporty. And the opposite of active is what? What is the opposite of active? Obviously, we have one option. Lazy. Sorry, 1 second. I'm coming right back. It's okay. It's okay. Daddy's coming. Okay. Sorry. There was a delivery and my daughter is with me. I'm sorry. My husband is coming back in a minute. Soren, you have to block the gate, please. I'm sorry, this lesson is degenerating. Lily, go with Soren. So sportly doesn't exist, Gianluca. We can say sporty, but not sportly. Everything is back under control. Sorry for the interruption. This is life at home with children. Impossible to work. Okay. So do you want to add any extra adjectives to describe yourself? For example, I was sometimes serious. I was not sporty. Even when I was little, I was not sporty. I was outgoing and maybe funny. Yeah, when I was little. Yeah, silly maybe is more like grullo. I'm not sure. I think maybe it's a good translation. Thank you, Andrea. It's true, Leo, now you're so young, so you don't remember when you were a child. It was a long time ago. Okay. So here we have a list of favorite things. What was your favorite toy? Yeah, maybe ridicolo is also. What was your favorite toy? What was your favorite memory? Something that happened. Your favorite food? This is a question for Leo. What was your favorite place to go? What was your favorite movie? And what was your favorite book? When you were little, do you remember? Leo has an immediate answer. Can you write all the sentence, Leo? When I was a child, my favorite food was pizza. Elisa, rabbit. That was your favorite toy? Do you know the word stuffed animal? A stuffed animal is what we call in Italian peluche. So you could say my favorite stuffed animal was a rabbit. And Daniele says his favorite toy was a micro machine. Ooh, yeah. Little cars, the ones that you can put on a circuit, or I don't know what my favorite toy was. I had some Barbies. I had I already loved books when I was little. I was very happy to read books. So Lucia says her favorite food was pizza, pasta, and chocolate biscuit. Nice. I loved when I was a kid, we had a biscuit. There was like a Maria or like a Orosaiva, I think, with chocolate on top with a picture in the chocolate. And that was my favorite biscuit. I don't know. I think there's one like this in Italy, but I don't remember the name. Daniele says that his favorite memory was at the zoo when he was a child. You remember what happened? Anything special, Daniele? Was it your first time at the zoo? Why was that? Why it was so memorable? My favorite memory? I don't. Ah, Leo's favorite toy is Lego. It's also my son's favorite toy. He is obsessed with Lego. Maybe I told you we have a lot of Lego in the house. We can open a Lego shop in my house. My favorite food. I don't know what my favorite food was when I was a kid. I don't remember something specific. Daniela's favorite food was Nutella with bread. Nice. Also, Leo can open a Lego shop. He has so much Lego. Yes, you and my son can have a competition. So bad. For my favorite book, I had different books at different ages. There was a book that I loved when I was little called A Little Princess. I don't know if you know this book. And it was the story of a girl that was rich and then loses her father and all her money in the past, and she becomes a servant. So it's a bit like Cinderella, the story. So Gianluca says that my favorite food was pizza, while my favorite game to play was football or the PlayStation. Ah, Geronimo Stilton. My son also loves Geronimo Stilton. And they're fun, the stories. They're nice. There are so many books. And any favorite movies that you liked when you were little? I'm trying to remember. I watched a lot of Disney movies, like The Lion King, or I don't know which one was my favorite. Daniele's favorite place was his home. Mm-hmm. And Lucia's favorite toy was dolls or video games. Giuliano's favorite place is or was the cinema. I remember the first time I went to the cinema when I was a child, I was so impressed. I was like, wow, this is incredible. Andrea's favorite memory is stealing fruits in farms. Did they taste better, Andrea? Because you took them? Definitely, Leo. But my son is a bit young. He's only 8, almost 9. This year he will be 9. But if you want to play with him, no problem. Ranieri, my favorite games were toy soldiers and micro machines. You mean micro cars or micro machines? Ah, and comics. Yes, comic books. Lucia's favorite place is the beach. Daniela's favorite movie was Zorro and Westerns. Nice. Yeah, cars. Yes, I thought so. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember my favorite film. How weird. No, actually, when I was young, the first time I went to the cinema to see an adult film, I went with my mom. And it was like a special occasion, just me and my mom in the evening at the cinema. And she took me to see a French film called Cyrano de Bergerac. It's about this story of a man with a big nose. And I loved it. I felt like such a big girl going on a date with my mom. So this is one of my favorite films from when I was a child. Lucia, you're into comic books and films. So you like Avenger movies? You like superhero films? What about Giuliano? Have you told us about your favorite toys, favorite films? Elisa, I've lost you. Where are you, Elisa? Your favorite food, Lucia, or your favorite film? Romance story. I haven't seen it. So let's see. So what were you like? We have some different adjectives that we looked at before. And then we have the question, did you have? Leo, you have many cousins to play with. Nice. Because Leo, you don't have brothers or sisters, no? You're an only child. You liked cartoons, Ranieri. Nice. Emilio Salgari. Is that the name of the book or the name of the writer, Daniele? Airman. I don't know this film, Giuliano. Airman? What is it about? Is it an action film? So in this part, we can ask about different things that you had. For example, did you have a nickname? Did you have a favorite game? Did you have a best friend? He's a superhero. Airman? I have to study. I don't know. Okay, so Emilio Salgari is the writer. Okay. Not the character of the book. So you can say, who was your best friend? Or you can say, did you have a best friend? They are similar questions. Did you guys have a pet when you were little? If I remember correctly, Gaia has a pet. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm confusing. Did you have a pet when you were little? I didn't really have a pet, but my mom loved birds. So we had many birds in the house. So Leo, you're going to ask your mom forever to have a brother or a sister until she says, okay, fine, I will do it. So Daniele had a dog, and his name, or her name, his name was Golia. Golia. Golaya, we say in English. So he was a strong dog, a big dog, no? Yeah, my mom got dogs when I went to university. My mom decided to buy a dog because she was so sad that her children were leaving the house. So she bought one dog and then another dog. But when I was little, I didn't have any animals and any pets really in my house. Did you guys have a nickname? I didn't really have a nickname. But my name is quite short, but oh, well, yes. I had some kids, because I lived in France, some kids said that my name was Chantilly, like the cream, crème chantilly, and I hated it. Ooh, you have a dog and two little birds, Leo? Nice. Anyone else had some pets when they were little? Okay, the lesson is almost finished, but before we finish, I want to show you some typical games that children play in the world, so also in Italy, but in English, okay? So let me just change this. I'll share with you if I can find it. Okay, here we are. So let me show you. I'm just going to make it bigger. Okay, can you see? Maybe I can make it a bit more central, maybe a bit bigger. No, it won't, okay. So the first game, I don't know if you can read, it looks very small. Can't make it bigger. I'm trying to make it as big as possible. Okay, that's better. So the first game is called tag. Tag is when one person runs and the other person runs after and tries to touch the person. This is called tag. So I think in Italian, it's acchiappino. That's a good nickname, Daniele. Ghost. I like it. It sounds like a superhero name. So the first game kids play is tag. The other game is the one that Andrea played when he was little, is hide and seek. So you count 1, 2, 3, and then you look for the other kids. Then this one, rock, paper, scissor. You have to go rock, paper, or scissor. And you can also add stone. Then we have capture the flag, where you have, I think it's what you call bandierina. I don't know if you know this one. Usually girls play more than girls. You have to go, Leo. Bye-bye. Hopscotch. Hopscotch is exactly what you see in this picture, where someone counts and jumps on the numbers. Jump rope, okay, this is quite obvious. Marbles. I think children today don't play marbles anymore. When I was little, I played marbles. But now I don't think kids play marbles anymore. Okay, one more game. Okay, okay, musical chairs, I think you know. Freeze dance. You dance and then you stop the music and everyone has to freeze. Last one is telephone. You say something to your friend and then the friend speaks to the next friend, and at the end you try to understand the first message. There are more of these games. I will send you the link so you can look at it at home if you want. You can discover all the games kids play. Okay, guys, have a wonderful weekend. I shall see you next week. Bye-bye.